Hello, welcome back to Formula Creator. Here today we have got more action, Season 2, Round 2, Imola. Let's get into it. This race is a massive opportunity for us at Alpine to extend the championship because both Alpines are racing and there's only 7 partaking. So hopefully there's a chance for a double podium. I'm not going to jinx anything too early, but there's open windows for it and a very big opportunity for maybe even a 1-2 if we can get it all right. However, 18 minutes of qualifying now lies ahead of us. Let's get into it, shall we? Just a reminder of some of your creators is Google Cosmelli, who is Rodrigo Portugal Gaming, who I recently shouted out in my community. Then Owen CFC, he's on TikTok. Jezza Racing, quite popular name on both YouTube and TikTok. Then myself, Formula Crypto. Tom J Otter, he's about 400 subs on YT now. Help him get there. Matter, he's about 350 subs, maybe a bit lower, so help him get there as well. He's on YouTube. Then LA Racing, who's my teammate, probably one of my favourite teammates in my league racing history. I haven't seen success with him, but just great chemistry, you know. Anyways, let's go out on track for my first run. Before I go out and find out there's no setup, let's make sure we have one on.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
And now it is time to determine who gets pole. I'm rather off the pace. Usually I'm quickest out of the bunch in time trial. This time I'm 2 tenths off quickest, so I do have fairly low hopes, but there's still chance for something to change and I end up going fastest. You never know. I've got 6 laps of fuel on board. I'm just going to go for some endurance, really rubber down the circuit for the first part of the session. So yeah. I want probably the most rubber down track for this first run, just for the sake of the advantage of it. He's trying to give up place. I'm not going to be letting him get a toe off me into the first corner. More than anything, it's going to be me getting it today. DRS now open. Going to try and get a slight toe. It's not much at all. But that extra tenth or whatever gained, or even half a tenth, can be a difference between pole and not. For example, last race I did get impeded on my final run, fucked up my tyres. The next run went only 15 thousandths off pole. So it does show there's a very big chance that qualifying can be less than a tenth, especially with Matter. He's very strong at quali and even stronger in race trim, whereas I'm a lot stronger in my quali trim, so pole position really matters here. It's a 14.3 for the Haas though. Really good start for the current championship leader after round 1. Yeah, got a bit aggressive on the curbs, drifting across their track limit warning. Not too much of a biggie, I'd say. More than anything, a slap on the wrist. But yeah, rather long way off on that first run. A good second off. To be fair, I was similar distance in Australia after the first run, so hopefully there's a bit more to find around this lap. Let's go for another flyer, just see what kind of rubber we can put down. It's not necessarily going to be the most amazing lap, just really something to put a little extra rubber down before we go for more aggressive push runs in the latter part of this session. As there we go, off the road. This race is really going to be a step back, I'd say, but I'll be honest, not going for a title. I'm already in the Hall of Fame for 5 poles in a row, which could take a while to beat, especially with an ultra competitive qualifying grid.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Another run. Just more rubber being put down again. But yeah, I think there's a lot of errors that can be rectified in these runs. A lot of imperfect corner complexes that can be ironed out, but I just can't keep the car on track through there. Now in this part of lap, just want to see where I can gain. So yes, I will be staying in hot lap. Chuck it through the left, shimmy it out wide into Aqua Minerale. So yeah, I'm not confident, really not. But yeah. May have to study matters next run.
Right, so our fastest lap currently 1 minute 15.3.
Yeah, look at that, he's 6 tenths clear in the first sector. and it's kind of level pegging in the middle, and about 3 attempts down in final. Let's watch this camera angle. See how he takes the circuit, really. See how much he abuses track limits. First corner does attack quite heavily. Perk of Will, you can take these corners so much neater than a controller player. He burns a lot round his lap though. And it is a new fastest. Man quickest in the speed trap. However, arguably slowest on track. For the final corner goes Jezza. In the pits he goes. I think this is an in rather than an out lap. Well, rather than a hot lap. As you can see there, yeah. Matters also in pits. I really do not know.
Okay, so we're third in the speed trap.
I struggled so much in that first sector.
7 miles per hour.
I can't pick out any improvement really. Let's drop the front wing.
5 minutes remaining in this session.
Okay, what I want is 2 back-to-back. Ooh, do I want 2 back-to-back or 1 really big push? I think I'll take time for 2 back-to-back.
check's complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
Let's give a new setup a try. Really want to try and pull away on this out, rather than have him still tucked up behind me. Just hope I get a really nice bit of clean track. But yeah, let's give it a try, shall we? We don't have much clean road, so yeah, let's give it a hell of a shot anyways. Nope. Why is he letting me by? Okay.
"30 seconds left in the session."
Great first sector. Matter 13.8. Jeez Louise. Zero chance of me getting that. But it's going to be third. Very long way off. But I do not know what on earth that was by Matter. However, we wait for Louis. Just shows I wasn't capable, as there's a big mess up in the final corner. It's going to be third on the grid. Not like it's my lowest start in this league. Lowest start 10th. But yeah. Louis says he'll take it. Yeah, fair enough. That's just me giving drivers a reminder to retire at the start because Jez is taking a 5th place. But yeah. If someone here properly races, I've got no clue what they're doing. Oh, bombing
Okay, how was
on
that pull away?
restart.
You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well. Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now.
Feels like rally. See, we've all got the same strat. Speed it up. And the matter tries to park it. Let's see who we can kill into turn 1.
Drive-through penalty, you've got a drive-through penalty.
That's Jezza gone.
Safety car, safety car.
Oh.
No overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay, we've been informed of an incident which has resulted in lots of loose debris on the track. A safety car is being deployed.
Okay, I'm gonna retire now. I've had my little shits and giggles at the start. Now we wait. Oh. Okay, let's quickly reset lobby, then go back racing, shall we? Yeah, we are about to start. Told them to remember setups. Okay, let's go. Let's see how this unravels this time.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap, please. We're loading the gears, so let's go through them all if you can. Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now.
I'd say this is definitely a more technically commanding calendar, really separates the best from the worst. And yeah, clearly is showing through here. Second race in a row where I haven't got pole. And lowest start where it hasn't been a grid drop. And that time where it was a grid drop, it was in P10 where I started. Apart from that, I've never started outside the front row in Formula Creator. And now, here today, I'm starting third. So it's slightly new scenery.
Super.
As yeah, I've poised my car to reduce the turning off the line. And away we go here in Imola. Rodrigo's had a really good start there, but he gets a bit spooked as we all keep it clean. Rodrigo's gone off though. The Ferrari's struggling. Tom had a little poke there, got me a bit worried, but didn't end up going for the move with full intent. But now, this race is all about whether or not we can keep up with the leaders, because we were quite a bit off in qualifying. And I'm going to really lure these tyres into this race. Don't burn them out too much in the early stages where I'm behind and trying to get past, because the tyre temps are already going to be going through the roof behind Owen and Matter.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
But yeah, just keep composure now.
Let's use
Owen's made a mistake. That's one place over and done with. And now that's P2 again. How it all comes back round, eh? It was me making a mistake in Austria, which allowed Owen to move up past me. This time it's him making a mistake, allowing me to get to move past him. As yeah, I've really just gave Matt a little spook here. Really try and put some pressure on the back of him. As we're gonna be going 3 wide here, we're just gonna have to slot into a formation and deal with it. And that will mean Owen takes the lead here. And Matt has gone from first to third in the length of one straight. As Owen's made another trip into the gravel track. I'm gonna try and wrestle the car around the outside. He's gone a bit deep. I'm gonna get the switch back off. And that's the lead.
Good job. Nice overtake.
I think I've got the best exit through there out of everyone in this grid. So yeah, that will just help me get down here sooner. Dip a little wheel to the gravel. Now get on foot. We'll see how much I can defend here, because this is really where all the overtaking comes into play. I'm gonna let Owen by, then really try and cover Otto off. As Tom squeezes out Matter, and that's Matter fading out into the view. Pretty sure there's going to be 1 or 2 questions about that post-race. But yeah, for now, the race has gone from 4 to 3, as Lewis made a big mistake. He drops down to P7. It's not that bad in respect that I'd say Alpine's biggest rival at the moment is Haas, and we're getting double points over one set for Haas. And because there's only 7 racing, the only way they can outscore us is if they win and we come second and last with no fastest laps. As there's Otto, who's had a really good run on the
Watch
exit.
out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push.
I've gone deep. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but anyway. Owen's given a big advantage now. Because yeah, he was really trying to desperately poke his nose in. It wasn't like me and Matter, where I was comfortably alongside. It was literally front axle to rear, and not really much for an overtaking attempt. Really just trying to be a pain and have his nose there. But yeah, gives Owen this slight upper hand now. He can just lap freely, don't have to worry as such. And this is where, if I want to fight, may need to burn up the tyres a bit. But more than anything, I'm just going to try and keep composure here. Just try and catch Owen in a fairly strong manner. Sorry if you keep hearing my phone buzz on the desk, it's right in front of my mic, so you'll probably hear it a fair few times in this race.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
As now Otto pretty
13.1
swiftly
seconds.
should be getting past there into turn 1 without any second thoughts. As he's literally pinched me off the road on entry. Yeah, he had the right to. He wasn't fully ahead, but yeah, it was a bit of a squeeze, which I'm not happy with. Because now I've got gravel on my tyres. I'm gonna start struggling here. And this is where my race starts unfolding. And starts fading out of view. Because you can see I'm sliding everywhere now. Some random guy at Hollywood Plays asked to join via PlayStation. Unfortunately not. Because we mid-race. As I see a crash coming. Look at how Tom's squeezing Matter when Matter was fully alongside. Getting very aggressive over only P2. Like, yeah, it helps my title fight, but don't know if it helps Matters as much. And now I need Tom to keep up with the Haas. But look at how much we're both sliding around. He's definitely going to be out of DRS range. As there goes Otto, round he goes.
Green flag.
And that is me back into P3. Looks like Aqua Minerali is one of my stronger parts of the lap.
Okay, be aware the grip levels are going to start.
But yeah, in this race I think we'll need a safety car if we want to get back in the fight with Owen.
And gap to the car in front, 2.1 seconds.
Matter fastest lap, he's gaining Owen quite quickly compared to me. I'm not really getting much of a dent in. Just shows how much more comfortable a wheel user is, as I've almost done a Tom there. May have to trim stint down a bit. Hope for a safety car. Get off these mediums just like we did in Australia.
Slow down before
As that's
we
another
don't
warning.
want to get a penalty.
We are really under fire now. But we've got 0 rear grip. Absolute 0. So you know what?
Lead at the end of this lap, please.
Let's trigger it. An insanely early stop. But that could be what we need in this race.
Okay, let's go now. Come on.
I'm gonna be out behind my teammate, so I'm or not, as he's followed me. Really showing we were both struggling on the mediums. But yeah, that saves me ending up putting him in that awkward place where he has to yield as I catch. Allows us to both now run on with our own races without interfering with one another's. As I think this race, if it really wants to go south, a free pit stop may have to come into play for likes of Tom, Rodrigo and Jezza. And I'll say at the moment, it's all about nurturing. Don't push them, ease them into the window, so then I can really try and extend these hards into this race as Tom has got 3 seconds. Owen has reacted to my stop quite early, I'd say, but that gives Matt a massive opportunity. As my teammates now picked up 3. Rodrigo and Jezza both in the pit, so it really seems like those on controller insanely struggling with the wheel, no, with the tyres, whereas the ones on the wheel, Matter, he's finding it rather easy. As I have gained a second or so on Owen, a few more laps and I should be ahead of Matter, but that's if he does pit. But I do think he will. He's seen me and Owen both pit. We're probably his closest contenders on track. And that's a third. Hit the sausage curbs, gone wide and off. Which I'll be honest, rather dumb of me. Big mistake. But now it kind of confirms my finishing position in this race as third on the basis it will go smoothly from here. Unless like Owen and Matt will so get penalties, as I've just set fastest lap. Didn't really think I was pushing much, but clearly I am, to be known as the fastest man on track. As that's a little hiccup. Allows Owen to pull away a bit, really stuffs up my run for the next few corners. Matter, he continues powering on. So much more of an advantage being on wheel, because he's managed to go longest on one set of mediums. But then for Owen, myself and Tom, we've all made mistakes in process. But now the question does linger. Am I ahead or behind Matter? I think I'll be behind, purely because of my mistakes on this previous lap. As I'm still catching Owen. There's still a big sign of pace. As Owen has actually been overcut here. Or almost overcut. As Matter slots out just behind him, showing a pit stop here is about 33 seconds. As that's me almost ending my race.
Okay, gap ahead.
and letting Owen gain an insanely big advantage here. As I think if I want this championship, or at least a chance to fight for this championship, I'm gonna have to beat Owen. But then if you remember last season, I was about 22 points back after round 2. Went on to win it in the final race, because my rival dipped. So in theory I won it in Singapore, which was penultimate race, because my only turtle rival didn't race it. But I had to wait till I was crowned in Brazil 2 weeks ago. But since then I have to say the field has really stepped up their game. As yeah, I haven't won since Singapore. No, I didn't even win in Singapore. Haven't won since Miami. But if you count sprints, then it was Brazil sprint. I've only won sprint races here. I'm the only one to do so, and there's been 2. You've got one coming up soon as well. As Mata's still stuck behind Owen, who is starting to get a bit of a wiggle on. He's finding some pace on them hards, which I'm kind of struggling to find at the moment. And that was again my phone. So yeah, I must be popular. Usually don't happen this frequently. And again. Ooh, someone loves me. But yeah, Mata, he's dropping the ball now from Owen. Therefore, yeah, that personal best sector 1 has to be used to gain on Owen. Because I have a feeling Owen's going to pull himself along with Mata. So I need to be quicker than Mata. Because it's rather difficult to get out of DRS range here.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.3 seconds.
Well, it should be rather easy because there's only one DRS zone, but then you gain so much in that DRS zone, meaning the amount you lose around the rest of the lap kind of evens out a bit. Mata fastest lap, no surprise. As he's almost got away from Owen. Owen just hanging on though. Yeah, this race has really fell apart. I've got zero confidence in the car. So yeah, I think I'll just have to drive for this place. Fall back to, what's it? Like 17 points back in the standings. It's still a fightable distance, but Mata's just so comfortable. He's won 2 of his 3 races so far in this league.
Okay,
If he wins it again today, it's going to be 3 out of 4. Will be league-sized win percentage. As yeah, Owen's still within DRS. So yeah, they are pulling each other along quite nicely. And I'm falling back from them both, so it does show I've got nothing to match them with. Rather lackluster pace. As I just keep losing the back end through that corner. It's slowly getting frustrating. Car just keeps stepping out where I don't want it to.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 8.1 seconds.
Yeah, that's about all I can say. I'm hoping them three or the top two have a crash. Like, them three at the back or top two. That'll be a great chance to get off these boots, recuperate, and set back off on fresher tyres. Because, yeah, these hards really aren't working, as you can see. Just not able to take the line I want to take. Therefore I'm darting all over the circuit. And that makes me lose a good second or two a lap to Tom. So yeah, I think he'll be P4. Place down from where we started, and that's literally just unfortunate. More track limits. I can't escape. When a car has so little grip like this, I don't think I know. I don't think I can do anything. Feels like I'm playing on an ice rink. Just so unpleasant, and there's still 14 laps. And I'm losing about 1.2 a lap to Tom.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Tom's had a big moment, as Jez is overtaking Rodrigo by looks of it. For the sake of my championship, I'm hoping Owen wins this race. Because I'll keep P2. And... or I think I should be keeping P2. And Mata should be dropping back a bit. As Tom has crashed, and it's a VSC. It's a VSC here. Holy. Let's quickly boot up drivers. I am currently 7 points ahead of Owen. So yeah, if Owen wins, I will actually drop behind him. If Mata wins, I fall even further back. So it's a dilemma: do I want to lose a place in standings and stay closer to the lead, or fall further back from lead?
Okay, VSC ending. We're going
as Owen has
Maintain
pitted.
positive delta until the green flags. The track
And
is
it's gone
clear,
back to green.
flag.
So yeah. I think it's just worked the treat here. Because I'm going to be able to build a gap over Owen here. And let's hope I can manage it over 12 laps. It's going to be about 10 or so seconds, I'd say. Maybe less, probably 9. Yes, 10 seconds. Quite nice. Very nice. But yeah, Tom DNFing. Big forfeit for his championship. He's currently 3rd. And that means I just need to avoid losing 6 seconds to Owen in the remainder of this race to get P2. Now I'm low-key hoping Mata does fuck up. Or there's a safety car. Maybe even red flag, if that's an option. But yeah, this race I'm now going to have to drive like I've never driven before.
Okay, so we're leading our team
Full ham it.
25.8 seconds.
Rear end sliding. Yeah, that's fair. To be fair, I've been struggling with the back end all race, so yeah. It's just a really difficult circuit for control, I'd say. Shows the stronger and weaker drivers in elements. And clearly racecraft ain't quite there. But yeah, Owen's gaining quite quickly. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to. But could. Yeah, got another one. Absolutely fucking great. Now I don't want a safety car. You're starting to gain on me, but then literally the lap before you crashed you had a massive moment and lost about 3 seconds, so across 7 laps or whatever you only gained a second. So that's 50-50, I'd say. But yeah, it's very much 99 to 1 in terms of whether or not I will get P2 or not. 99 of course to Owen and 1 to me, because this Alpine on these hards against fresh mediums, absolute rubbish. Now I question whether or not it was the right call to stay out, because if I was to, but then VSC ended before I even could get to pits, so yeah. I can't lie, I'm waiting for Mata to have a big hiccup. Look at how much quicker Owen is though. I can't lie, it may be worth letting him catch Mata and see if he can go for it, but then there's 9 laps. Chances are quite slim, because it's 22 seconds. He needs about 2 seconds a lap, and he's hardly doing that on him. teammates fighting Rodrigo there.
At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
But yeah, last lap, mattered more than anything pulled away from Owen. So yeah, really doesn't look like that Mercedes has much of a shot as there I go off the track. Just to let him past, you know.
Okay, we lost the position.
No point
Try and
fighting
focus.
the unbeatable. Like, I was just gonna do that again when he was right behind me and then probably even end up worse off. As there's a snap from Owen. Give him an on-track fight. However, it's not gonna last. Broke later than him, because that's usually where I break. Clearly he doesn't break there either.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
One thing which has really puzzled me is Owen's on medium. Surely he'd be faster than Mata. And probably fast enough to nick that fastest lap point, but just hasn't clicked.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
I'm only gonna burn just so I can actually try and protect myself from the possibility something does go wrong for me and I do drop in front of them all. But I don't think that will happen. I think I'll go off a few times, but won't lose enough, surely. But yeah, also gives Owen something to keep himself occupied on. But he is just so much quicker here. Yeah, Owen's pulled away. Let's just drag it to the end now, shall we? Just keep the car on the island. We should be fine.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.8 seconds.
Okay. So yeah, after this race, Mata will have a 17-point lead in the standings over me. I will then have a further, I want to say, 3-point advantage. No, 4-point advantage over Owen. And then if Louis can drop them by 3 seconds, he should be overtaking Rodrigo, as Jezza should be able to promote himself up into P6.
Gap to your teammate behind, 30.4 seconds.
It's been an okay race. First time in Formula Creator where the top 3 when it started is the top 3 when it finishes, in the exact order. But there's still 4 more laps for it to change. Does matter, does Owen, or do I even make a big mistake and possibly see it closed doors?
Okay, we can take you this lap.
You know what, yeah. Let's do this. If Louis understands the objective, if I'm behind him, he'll let me by. I can gap him, do a hot lap, get an extra point.
Okay, there's a 4-second
It's
gap
a
between
risk,
you and the
but
car ahead. Keep pushing.
big possibility. To be fair, Owen could copy me on lap 30. It's worth a shot, you know. But there is a lot of risk and a lot of possible reward, because that 1 point could mean everything in this championship. Let's pit. Softs coming on. Question is though, where do I come out amongst the cars behind?
Okay, go, go, go.
Hopefully
Perfect job on
it's
the
just
stop.
ahead of
Okay,
my
looks like a
teammate.
nice stop time. We're
That
happy
way
with that one.
this strat should be executed fine. But Louis coming out the final corner. I'm getting closer and closer to the exit. He's getting closer and closer to where I am. I'm going to get on throttle now. I should be clear by about 2-3 seconds. And now it's time to really push it. Like there is no tomorrow. I've came out 4.5 seconds clear of Louis. That confirms I should not finish lower than 3rd. And now the softs are on. But will Owen follow my tracks? I thoroughly think he will. Because now he has the whole track behind him. So yeah, let's have a look. Yes, he is into the pits. So yeah, I think I should have waited an extra lap. Really pinned him down until lap 31. But hey ho. This can be a fastest lap duel, that's all I can say. If we can use our battery better than he can use his, it should be fine.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 23.5 seconds.
As he came out quite nicely in front of me. He could really jeopardise my run if he wanted to. And I've gone fastest.
That was the fastest lap
Now,
so far.
next objective, overtake Owen and jeopardise his attempt. But no, just not enough top speed. However, if I can pressurise him throughout the rest of this lap, surely he won't be able to.
Nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one.
As he is having a very scruffy lap. Mata wins in Imola. It's 2 races in a row for the Haas. Can it be 2 fastest lap awards in a row for me though, as I have caught Owen throughout this lap, and could be in an attempt to fluff his run over, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to compete. It was a fully pledged qualifying run there from me though. As yeah, I think he did end up giving up. And that's gonna be 3rd with the pens. Fastest lap, however, that is absolutely mega for this championship. The exact finish I needed. But yeah, could have timed it better. If I left it 1 extra lap, could have really put him under the pressure. Because if he didn't react, well, he wouldn't be able to react. He would have had to pit that lap for it. But then he knew, for as long as I was behind him, he couldn't afford it. So me doing it too at the end meant he would have had freedom to do it on the final lap, which he kinda did, but he just wasn't quite there. And therefore, it's fastest lap and it's 1 extra point. Which, to say the least, I am happy about. Owen's attempt wasn't even quicker than Mata's. That really showed how much I pushed. But yeah, for the results, Tomata did DNF in the end, which triggered the VSC. Jezza came home P6, Rodrigo Portugal Gaming P5, Louis 4th, me 3rd, Owen 2nd, and Mata 1st. But yeah, for now, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.